Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Sunday on this channel where we talk about all things sci-fi and fantasy. And today we've got to talk about the new Marvel Avengers movie news that has just come out that could be absolutely huge. So let's jump right into it. So, some Avengers news dropped a little bit earlier this week, and it's kind of important because this is just how big this new Avengers movie is supposed to be. However, with this news comes a little bit of worry from some fans. I've heard fans saying that it's going to oversaturate the characters in the movie and that they're concerned about it. But let's get into this news and exactly what it is and why it's more important than you think and why you shouldn't worry. So recently news came out that Sean Levy was in talks to direct the new Avengers movie, and he hasn't confirmed that he's going to do this as of yet, but it is a distinct possibility he could be doing this movie. And if you don't know who he is the person that has directed the Deadpool Wolverine movie. So already that shows the amount of faith that they have in this guy to actually allow him to do this and to take over that many characters as well is going to be something unique. I mean, in an Avengers movie, you pretty much count on them having a lot of characters. And after Endgame, how do you even top Endgame? How do you top that? Because we had so many characters pop into the last battle of Endgame that it was unbelievable. And you kind of have to keep doing better. You kind of have to keep up that momentum, at least for the time being, or you have to give people a movie that is so extraordinary that they don't care that there's only 5 or 6 characters in it again. But the MCU lives in a state where they've kind of spoiled us, and this does worry a few fans, because they've said that this new Avengers movie is going to have over 60 characters in it. So this is from Deadline. Deadline's report on the plot of this movie, and this is what they had to say. Sources close to the project say more than 60 characters could reprise their roles, including everyone from Mark Ruffalo, Chris Hemsworth, Benedict Cumberbatch, to Tom Hiddleston, Simu Liu, and Karen Gillian. Unlike the first 4 films, in which there was a core group that consisted of Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, Hemsworth, Ruffalo, and many of the characters in this film would have an equal footing, making it more of an ensemble feature instead of a handful of characters leading the team. For this reason, I get why people are concerned. It would be hard to write dialogue for that many characters. Obviously, it would be next to impossible. You would have a bunch of people who wouldn't have any dialogue at all, or be in the movie less than 5 minutes, enough to make their plot and their presence in the movie felt. And that is a bit troublesome. However, I honestly think that this is how this movie is going to go down. Because remember, this was originally supposed to be the Kane movie. This was supposed to be the whole fight against Kane movie, the whole multiverse thing. So what we're looking at here is another Thanos level threat that they could be bringing people in from different places to actually help them crack. And that's not out of the realm of possibility. I think what we're looking at here is going to be less than maybe 10-15 minutes of these characters in the movie, and we're just going to get to watch them fight. These characters are going to come in, they're going to fight, and they're going to do their job. They're going to beat Kane the Conqueror, and that's what's going to happen. Now, this is if they decide to keep Kane the Conqueror, because remember, there is the rumor that they're not even keeping him. But I do think they will at least keep him long enough to have a bunch of people come in and defeat him, and then move on to whatever the new threat is. I honestly think we are not done with Kane the Conqueror until we see this multiverse battle against him happen. And I think that that's what they're heading towards. And I think that's what we're going to see. You'll have the basic group that the movie is going to focus on. The basic Avengers in the movie that they're going to focus on that are going to have the big parts. Then you'll have a couple that will have parts just in this battle. Now, you might have one or two that come in a little bit earlier to kind of hype things up a bit, add a little bit of spice to the movie, but I don't think we're looking at a whole lot of those in the situation. I think we're looking at them pulling these people from the multiverse of characters and bringing them in. Either they'll be from the same universe as the ones we're seeing right now, or they will actually be from different universes altogether. I think that that's the way they're going to do it because that would be the most logical way. To have all these characters come in and try to do dialogue, like I said, is next to impossible. But if you bring them in, you can have this Avengers Endgame level moment on your left and everything, and it could be something great. And imagine all the characters they could bring in now that they weren't able to bring in then. People they actually have actors for now that they could bring in. Plus, you're looking at Wakanda groups that are in there, and the Wakanda groups would be able to come in and make an impact as well. So you're looking at probably 10 people right there. Then you have the opportunity to bring in a few of the people from the Disney Plus shows. Now you have a couple extra people. You have the opportunity to bring in some of the people that are in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie that we're getting now. You have the opportunity to bring in so many different characters, but actually writing dialogue for them is not what I think they have in mind. So that's why I don't think this is anything to worry about. I think the movie's going to focus on a core group of Avengers just the way it always does. It's going to build up to some sort of battle. Whether we get this battle relatively early and move on to a different threat, or whether they keep Kang the Conqueror the threat in this particular Avengers movie, which I actually do think they are going to do, this will be the final battle against him, and we'll see all these people come in to actually fight. And hopefully it don't feel like a retread of the Endgame movie, because that's my only concern. If they do this, and it feels like an absolute retread of the Avengers Endgame movie, that's going to set people off. That's going to kind of give this bad vibe. But if they could pull this off in a unique way and maybe even bring in some variants, because remember, there are variants that we know exist that we haven't seen. Like, there is the opportunity in this movie to bring in a variant of Iron Man played by Tom Cruise. There's a opportunity to bring back our variants we saw in the Doctor Strange movie. So we could definitely have some of these people come back into things, and it would be really cool to watch. I think there is that opportunity. Not to mention, they own rights to all of these other characters now from the Fox universe. Who's to say we don't get a couple of them in the movie as well? I mean, this is setting up the whole multiverse thing that's going to happen. This is setting up Battle World, where all the people are going to come together from different dimensions and different realities and kind of blend everything together in a new and unique way. This is their rebooted MCU that we're starting to see happen now. So I definitely think that they could pull this off. I just don't think they're going to pull it off by making it so that everybody has their own set of dialogue. But I am curious as to what you think. Do you think that Sean Levy would be a great person to direct this movie? Do you think that he's done enough in the MCU with this potential Deadpool movie, this Deadpool Wolverine movie, to actually make us excited for him directing this? Do you think it's too much responsibility for someone who's never officially directed an MCU movie before? And what do you think of the concept of them bringing them in just for one battle and us just sort of being able to look and pick out who's who and see the different characters and they give them a little bit of screen time, then that's great. As always, we want to know what you guys think. Make sure you leave us that comment in the comment box below. Make sure you share this video with all of your friends. They're going to want to be a part of the conversation as well. Don't forget to hit that like button. It's free. It helps the channel, and we really do appreciate it. Miko says we need more subscribers, and look at this face. You don't want to disappoint Miko, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell while you're down there so you don't miss a single video we do. And friends, at the end of the day, I know it, you know it, and Miko knows that fandom is family.